Since the earliest days of the Republic, science has been an inseparable part of American democracy. Thomas Jefferson, like many of the founding fathers, recognized that, quote, liberty is the great parent of science and of virtue, and a nation will be great in both, always in proportion as it is free. And as we all know, these days, freedom of information is no longer something we can take for granted.
These sessions are unique in that they are nonpartisan discussions in which all viewpoints are welcome and heard. One of the, I think, essential principles of the First Amendment is the marketplace of ideas, and this idea that if we talk to each other in a civil fashion, we will arrive at the right solution.
You've got to have scientists understand that you got a lot of people that don't understand science that have to be connected.
The Obama administration has made an unprecedented amount of information available online, but that's really a one-way street in terms of communications. As any good reporter will tell you, data do not speak for themselves.
From a requester standpoint or the public standpoint, there's tons of government information that's not available that just should be. It should just be public. You shouldn't have to ask for it.
I think that for a reporter, our thing is first primary sources, people. We want, the scientists to tell us what's going on in an unfettered way.
Most of them are the same question, and you can fill in the agency. Blank forbids staff to speak to reporters without being tracked and/or monitored by the Public Information Office. Why is blank doing this, since only about 2 other administrations have had these restrictions?
Well, for NOAA, that's not true. That's actually false. That's in our scientific integrity policy. We don't have to be tracked by anybody. If I get called by a reporter, I can respond to the reporter, again, making it clear what the agency's position is versus what my opinion of the data are.
EPA has a policy of open transparency. I think that EPA has done the best job it can to give the scientists a platform it needs to speak the truth and develop the data. There is no question that EPA carefully manages EPA's business, which means that not everybody has the credibility within the agency to speak to everything going on in the agency.
We're very fortunate right now that people are all over the place talking about open government and proactive disclosure and smart disclosure of data. Are we where we want to be with that? No, but this is a really good way to start breaking down those barriers and getting the information out there.
Entities like EPA that has scientific credibility need to speak loudly and clearly. They need to put the data out so people can analyze it themselves, take a look at it, understand what it means for them, for their business, for the way in which they live their lives. And so they can challenge decisions that are being made effectively.
One of the reasons that the U.S. has been such an innovator and a leader in technology is because we've had open access to scientific information and technological information so that people can build on that foundation.
The underlying reliance on science is a bulwark against the anti-science attacks that infuse our national debate now. If there's anything we've learned over the last few years, it's that science cannot afford to be silent.